Hey everybody, what's going on? Tommy here again. So today I want to talk about World of Warcraft and some of the things that they've done. They've actually, one of the things that always used to drive me crazy is that they would come up with these new characters and they would actually never increase the population on the server size. Now, of course, now in the past few expansions they've actually changed that and they've upped it. I think right now it's up to maybe 18 per server or something like that. I think is the latest. I think this is great. I mean, it definitely needs to be upped. And with all the new playable, characters, the new allied races and everything, and if you're going to spend all that time to create a new character, you're going to want to be able to put it on a server. I mean, even if you don't wind up playing it, you're going to want to create one just to see what it looks like. I mean, it's just stupid to think people are not, So what they've done usually over the years is like they would never really, maybe they upped to how many you could have per server, but they would never up how many you could have per game until recently. And I think they raised the cap from 40 up to 50, which is nice. But I think with all the additions that we've had of all these different playable characters, allied races, and everything that is to come, I think 50 might be a bit low. I mean, I think it probably should be up to at least 60. I mean, I don't know about you. Myself, I've had a lot of freaking characters over the years. I mean, at one point I had, like over 20 some odd max characters, and that's not including all the lower levels. I actually had so many characters that I shared the account with my wife at the time, and yeah, we had so many characters that we had nowhere to put new ones, so I had to create a separate account, and the separate account I wound up transferring almost all my tunes over to. So I mean, even then, oh God, even after I transferred them, she created new ones. We were still actually in a position where it just seemed like we just didn't have enough room for characters. And I mean, I think Blizzard could address this way. I mean, what's an extra 10 characters per account? I mean, I don't think it's much. It's very minimal. It's not much to ask for. I mean, maybe I'm on the extreme end by having way too many characters. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I like the fact that they did raise it. I mean, it was something that I always thought that they should have done a long time ago, especially, I mean, when we started getting into, the Death Knights, and then there was the Worgens and the Goblins. And by that point, I was actually starting to run out of room on my account for all these different characters. And the minute allied races hit, oh, forget it. There just wasn't enough room left for all of them. So, and I'm sure with future expansions, there's going to be more playable races. I mean, maybe that reskin thing I was talking about, maybe, that'll get added. Wouldn't that be cool? I like that. If you haven't seen that, check out my other video on that. I have a couple World of Warcraft videos where I actually touch on that subject, along with like guild halls and a few other things that I think would be great additions to the game. One of the other things that I think Blizzard could change, now this expansion, they did an increase to the backpack size, which was great. I mean, the backpack was always too small. But what about banks? What about banks? The size increase on the banks hasn't changed. I mean, I think your main slot on your bank when you first open up that tab, I think there should be a lot more spots on it. I mean, maybe a lot more spots also in the Regent tab. I mean, I don't know about you, but I wind up acquiring so many regions that, I mean, my region tab is filled up. I've filled up a whole bunch of bags in my bank space, on the bottom row, and I have no room to put all these things. And then my character winds up getting loaded down with all these extra regions. I mean, I know probably I should sell some of them, but some of them I keep for my lower characters. I mean, I think that, it wouldn't be much for them to just like raise up the bank tabs a bit. I don't know. I think it would be good. What do you guys think? If you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. If you like what I'm talking about, or maybe there's something else you would like to hear me discuss on here, go ahead and leave that message. Please like the video if you're so inclined and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.